Obefa 1957, which is Kwame Nkrumah's era, and your history to represent yourself. Fair enough, you need problem. But as Anthony Bianim say, 1957 year, ya no hey. Nandia 7 or the mark ya kai. Sasam na nkomo no di ye no, amamfo bredwen say, any what the man ye twa Asante abe, e was secret. Because in the video, what the man ye say, amamfo say, amamfo person omo kire say, Jamaica fo ni ya Asante fo na emom enye no kore, na emom eyede ya. Asante fo mom na ekoton no ofofo, what the man ya say mo ka no. Ni intelligent, ni intellectual we nyina. Die ono preach say people must look for their history. Now, yentie odamaya kakra ho na miwia medena ko school kakra wa hase. Fi say sa o time we no some part of bloggers ni video vloggers and of some journalists for be say wo mo create some scene be using their platforms because most of them no feel so insecure, inferiority complex. In fact, omo no obi as obi omo obi a difficult challenge to their own self. I mean, interesting, but we are not going to allow that. Yeah, man, see, yampene and ne echana because you madria and penifobia not abrene so traditional media today. Yema obi come and use social media from and peddle falsehood history to distort history. We are not going to allow that. Some say enuntino ye tribalist. We accept it and we will continue to be a tribalist to defend nonsense from anyone. Stay here. Yentie Wadamaya nkoma odi.
Wadamaya with Goshas.
Yeah.
This is what Jamaica does to you.
So this one.
Yeah.
When it's like this in Jamaica,
yeah.
When it's like this, they'll tell you that leave it because it's poisonous.
Ooh.
So allow it to open.
Okay.
On the tree.
Okay.
So in Jamaica, this is what they eat.
Can I tell you something? In the Volta region, I'm trying to, I don't know if it's called Akla or something. Aki. Oh, this is interesting.
So
I ate this as a child, but we didn't take it seriously.
People eat it. Like,
yeah.
I didn't know.
But you are calling it Aki, but I think among ours, you eat the white part. At least when I was growing up, sometimes when you're hungry, you just eat the white part and you leave the...
Yeah.
He was trying to say, Goshes was trying to say this is cashew.
This is not cashew.
I thought it's cashew.
No, this is not cashew. This is like...
This is Aki. And I think ours call it Akla.
Even the Northerners, they said they make soup with this one.
Soup?
Yeah, the Northerners. They make soup with this one. And I think it makes sense because when you talk about, the transatlantic slavery, people think that the people that were taken to the Caribbean were mostly Asantes. No, it was actually the Asantes that were capturing people. So they were capturing people from the north of Ghana.
And other places
the Salaga market.
Yeah.
So they catch you from the Salaga side. They walk you down all the way to Cape Coast, where you take your last bath.
Wait, you walk.
Abusia nyabutere tie boy na some kan you. As young as he is, any rounds awoye, the apie camera mu ni na tie asem o kan o. The energy. You see that he got the infantry. Say obe put out this false message. False reportage to other people omuye less thinking, more less thinking ability to understand historical fact about slavery in Africa, in Ghana, in the west coast or the east coast or the Gold Coast. See the energy. Say, you see, on say area simpani say asemu ebu akoma so ene pie ya no. This guy move around Africa. This guy not doing say or say or try say or put it the Africa on the continent on the map. But you don't feel who say we say obi an fie nya bia no betima ya bontin yi. Enti odamaya senanko onyabutre sua ni kromu history a. Anko obetimi ya legacy. But today me professor say odamaya say wonim because say ono nachi onim ni mpani nsam ni nachira 70 no. Obeye bibia agidin but at the end of the day enkosehwe onim de ntia me ka asem we wa opa de a prophecy fato opa akoye nhwemu na hwe say on say bibini bia wo gya na chiri na won kyehye na chiri yi na wo ye say obesho no ho ma awiase hu no onko ba bia it is a opa say wa chiri gina yi wo ye bibini ye yi ho ye wa chiri yi enu ntina me say asanteni bia ma na chiri hia no enye sa wanim enko yi now Wodamaya ebetimi ya video bia bi but the fact ne say enya ade ebetimi aso abapa bia obabia to the sense say na chiri nye wonim ni history ono ni mpani nsem kura wonim onim na ona onka na bakwasem but opese okọ na wiase opani say unim ba bia wo firi a wonhunu ba bia wo koda to the sense say odwen say obi aye ne boni wo nachi eti wo kọ nanim na hono no mu okọ kyera asem banchiremu no emfa onko se hwe fi say wachiri the people don't understand you Wodamaya baby a ufre no unnim mpani sem to nkro omanfo nte wase ndi odi obaji din saday enko se hwe eti asema meka we it might be a prediction it might be a prophecy said ya mokano but because of the historical antecedent bibini bia pese or rise ko baby a onye na chiri ye osore no wafa obi atade de ahye ne ho no de namu it later no enkosi hwe abibifo bebre agigi de enkosi hwe de entia the Asante kingdom no eye strong eye attractive ni say wo mu a wo machiri hia wo mu enti obi abaso wo ba behwe wo mu me nko no yakohwe me nemum me ye machiri yi a wo be ba behwe me now abrantie wo muvu onante okọ asemu a wo ken e kire wo say ohun se da bregwa na hokora no asantefo ye eye ni problem ai because onim say history eye beyond 1957 onim say asante eye nkofo bia the images from 1600 1700 no mo kontokwa asante kontokwa 1800 even 1900 na asante kontokwa onim die ntia na asante ko sa ntokwa no etisa ko odama ye pe abakosama hu a anka wo be ko hwehwem se sa bre no die ntia na asante ko sa ntokwa no na abakosama ye no kore anya broni one sided history ena e kan se ye nimpefe se ye nanam asantefo kora na ko abrofo efo sa nko ato no ndi ko sarega market na asante ni negosi ye dabi on say eye diabolic into one san suyan kura musa say when they see sarega market sarega slave market no asante fo ne see dabi o mu siri yi abai afei enkwato hyase da bai asante fo ba eba mu da bai asante eimage 1600 1700 ena o mu kokra ko yi wo mu free de nkyirase no mu wie o mu tisim ba coast ho no na mu ye mu slavery dada na mu ye mu slavery dada eno mo se dabi sabroni be kye enkrofo akode ene enke ye yankase ye be kye wo no ye no mo ye be kye enkrofo no ye no matena asante ntokwa wokun na se ntokwa bebre na asante kun ase no but emranti a abasesei ene ye nuanom anwurafo bi a ya brain wash wo mo no enya enkofo bi se Wodama ya se ya no ma brain wash wo mo about asante man o se opani no ogina woni ya anwunani ena wono wa brain wash Wodama ya ena omo portray to send bad information ope ebusunyaku na so called tribe a wo mo defend say broni bedi enuan so de ke ye bedi wo mo so eya asanteman broni be chiche enkrofo akode ye nte ase eti from 1700 asante kontokwa saa o wa kontokwa from 17 1800 even 1900 na asante koda so kontokwa ya asante wo de ya broni ntia de ntia to defend asase no so yenya eno achi ni yesanya ye nuanom bi se asantima bedi ye so de ene ye de sika nyina be ma broni na broni ya kwahye broni ase Wodama ya suya history why me giri se bia na mani afi kakra chen but so wo ka so besuya broni de waka kire wa obeyamfum so ntina me ka kire wo se o party de me ka no se wan hye wachiri yi a there's no way obetimi akoba bi etu ubaji di wo internet wa later eno anu nto nka bi yo boss wa firim eye sana aka before ye opo nechi na okọ nanim. And also we clear say what was the link? On say multi. What was the link say? Or link here Asante ne ton not. What was the link? Intentional. In fact, a lot of hate were some bloggers and journalists be akum any small chance one person will demonstrate you ignorantly. Omu very ignorant. So omu ignorance no more omu go omu hwani mu ase. Ebini boy or the Maya. Who platform what build a channel. But the channel no ubase and no ubase they don't understand you. Woman to say. If you say, "Onamu kra unyan when you say woka broni kasa kra che wokasa." What you say? When you say woka okrom kasa kra nti we say nipa we say o preach say African must unite and return to their root. Which root na woka ho asem? Because several cases and I prefer say obeka so obeka tripa de obeka brofo. Several cases o videos. Because obi a wo say Africa fo nyina anka mom wo say wo di broni kasa na ebedi yeso na ebeye yi sani pano this is the double standard of Africans here efri mretenten e na omo yes antini yentimi ko hwe no so called pan-africanists omo nyina ye we nyina nkosi hwe eti me president say I know obaji din no but en solve Africa problem because onipa bia woni a foundation you can never go anywhere. Uye shame sa uye fantini. Uye shame sa uye angunani. Iti waniji sa uye representi broni anu waniji. Asantini nte sa enuntini wotano. Na uka nkwa to asemi. Jamaica miwia medewe kodi yentie no one ento aso.
So they make soup with this one.
Soup.
Yeah, the Northerners. They make soup with this one. And I think it makes sense because when you talk about, the transatlantic slavery, people think that the people that were taken to the Caribbean were mostly Asantes. No, it was actually the Asantes that were capturing people. So they were capturing people from the north of Ghana,
and other places
the
where
Salaga market.
Yeah.
So they catch you from the Salaga side. They walk you down all the way to Cape Coast, where you take your last bath.
Wait, you walk all the way from the north.
I tell you,
Are you kidding me?
So that is why
you are making it up. It's not true.
I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. If you go to the north,
many of our African American brothers in the diaspora in the Caribbean, we shouldn't think they are from the coastal area.
So when you see this man, also another. We have a lot of unkofo or money more behave say we are elite. We nim the history. But me say just will be a woman nyansa na because Ghana history in 1957 oh we will contest this and opa area numere. One say in Omayama Ghana for na dwen say da bre Ghana ye history nyina ye 1957 ye na Kwame Nkrumah ba ye. So na santini bia wonim panin sam dwene beyond as Kwame Nkrumah. No obi a meme nanan mu di akone Nkrumah ma wiase. Nkrumah ya wo 1990 Nkrumah ba wiase 1900. Ya Nkrumah ba ya kra na ya Asante akura wu ye. Eti eye den na Nkrumah no no ye na Kwame Nkrumah na ye de be ye the yardstick of Ghana. There be Ghana no nipa na ho no wo e wo history dadada. Eno na Ghana for ni bi so mo ntiase there be mom nko man ya na mo ka because unim they know say sabre no wono no bia na ni mpaninsem eti wo hwe the war Sagranti war the war of Dodowa wo hwe kwan ya fa so a ye ko nsuo na no wo kokon ye ni abrofo no ekon na wo munim no omo si da bia ndi omo mpatie di yen kasa Ghana no ye nyina ye story no ye history ye 1957 Nkrumah ba ye no beji independence Ghana history no tofi akwa kai anything no enipa bia develop a time anwoya wo omumu. It is all studied the bond of 1844 na broni na be ye no a eye say ya say asantefo ebe dominate e wo ye nyina so ma je de ene ye be ye de sika na ye bibia be ma abrofo the next 100 years. And today omo the media na yes say ye be kasa ye nyina ye nkakasa ye nipa dodo tie nti no ene ye be ka broni kasa. And me who say nipa no catch them say, oh, Africans must unite. Africans must return to their root. Me hwena nim say akwa we wunu nyansa. One country be o developer and aso mo tumpo o do bi kasa nete da. Ana o do obi amamre nete. Wa hu no bi da. Iti yen ko ba bia mu leaders ni nyina obagidi ne wawukọ ne ya ama no eye saa ne beba. Enti utie wadama ya linkage no ye no ye now ye analysis about Jamaica. Uko Jamaica sesi ya. One, we have flag here da ya Asante my flag. Uko Jamaica or they use the same flag. They toss bi o. Jamaica fo na ho no. Wo mo ni ye said wo mo si yo mo ne ma no. Oba Ghana na hwehwe ba bi a omo dodo no firi a omo firi obeka so omo ya kanfo Jamaica fo sesi ya me no ka sei wo mo ne ye nte se wo bi a wo ye nordna because enipa kuo bi a wo said omo si behave enipa kuo no bi a wo said omo si behave oko Jamaica fo e wo ho no omo nim se dodo na ya kanfo in fact omo kra from so omo ya Asantes it omo from Shanty warriors Shanty town in Jamaica. Enti se wadamaya e refer say Asante fo mom ne cotton nordness wo call Jamaica no obusa say eye de na okosure nam okọ Barbados okọ Guyana wo mu nyina return Brazil wo mu nyina return ba Asante hene wo say wo mu ya Asante fo no man kaso wo mu ya nordness unu mi de ntia eye Asante fo mom ene wo mu ne call sa epom ho. Mami ntrasa me ko Jamaica bana me place ko bi nko ne hwade. Nti ye nua na de a waye no kire wo se wo utimi se the back door no se de wo si twa Asante agu no ano oden. Utimi se o hia brofo no a wo mo so dwen se obi ne ton wo mo no a o twa yegu pa. O twa Asante fo agu but enkosi ne hwe. Enya de be si ne hwe. To the sense say Jamaica fo omum bi efu se ye obi omum ye nuan me north no da bi Jamaica fo bi efu sa Jamaica fo no won bi efu te se akanfo meba mami meba me ko Jamaica ba Mr. Chase.
Yes sir.
Thank you for picking my call. This is a reason show. I would like you to educate me about something in Jamaica.
Yeah. I'm not hearing you well enough.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm live on the Reason Show, and there's something that I'm trying to understand it from the Jamaican point of view. Are you in Jamaica right now?
Okay.
Are you in Jamaica?
Yeah, I'm here in Jamaica. Yeah.
Where in Jamaica do you live? Where?
Westmoreland, a place called Westmoreland, where you call Negril.
Negril.
Negril is 7 Mile Beach. Yeah.
Right. Educate me on this. Do Jamaicans know where they come from in Africa?
No, that's a loaded question. You know why? We are not from any one. We're not from any one place in Africa. We're from West Africa.
West Africa. Right. Yes. Right. So let me ask you this: do you know why Jamaicans have a flag, black, green, and black? And yellow.
Yeah, like the Asante flag. Yeah. Yeah, because when we was getting independence, we were looking for flags. But because the majority of people came from Ghana and were familiar with the Ashanti area, that's the reason why they took the flag. Right.
Now, educate me on this. There's something called character or human behavior. As you being a Jamaican, African, British, whatever, tell me this: in Jamaica, how do the people behave? Okay, let me put it this way: if you check the behavior of Jamaicans and you come to Africa, Ghana, which part do you think most of the people behavior looks similar to the people living in Africa?
That's a good question. I think a lot of people, I'd say Ghana, maybe parts of Nigeria. Yeah?
Yeah.
But Ghana, I'd say, because I lived in Ghana, so I'd say Ghana. But here's the thing. Most of the language that we carried with us from Africa was Ashanti language. A
So
lot of the words that we use are
right,
still from the Ashanti region.
right,
But the people, have, structure-wise, are very similar to the northern. A lot of us are very similar to the northern area of Ghana,
so
structurally.
structurally. So let me know this. The language you speak like miakom.
Yeah.
So miakom in
Yeah,
Asante
yeah,
like
it's just what I'm saying. A lot of the language, a lot of things that I learned in Ghana, I've already heard them in Jamaica growing up. I heard them.
right.
You know,
So
we may like even what we use a word to say nyam to nyam. When we nyam, that means to eat,
right,
which is coming from Ghanaian words yam and things like that. Remember, there was no yam in Jamaica before African people came here.
so
The yam was brought here by the white people to give us something to eat while we are here. Yeah.
so if somebody say Ashanti people bought a slave in a northern region and sent them to Jamaica, what are you going to say about that?
No, I don't know that history. I've never heard that. I've never heard that to be a historical fact.
So
So if somebody says that's their understanding, we Jamaicans don't know anything like that.
so you mean in Jamaica in your lifetime? I know you are over 60 years. You never hear any history where it says Ashanti people sold
exactly,
Jamaicans.
no.
You never hear those history before.
Never heard that. Never heard of it. Ashantis weren't selling people in general. I'm not saying one individual man, but the tribe of the Ashantis, they weren't selling their people. They weren't selling people.
Right.
They
right.
weren't selling anyone, so they're not known to sell anyone.
Right. So because I'm never in Jamaica and you are in Jamaica and you are Jamaican descent, I want to understand this. Do you feel a certain way about your forefathers in Africa that they sold you, or you like?
Yes. Listen, me personally, I live in Africa, so I know there are people who sold some people back into slavery. That happened, and nobody who went through what we went through, either in Jamaica or the Caribbean or in America, can be happy about that. Nobody's going to be happy knowing that maybe one of their ancestors was sold by somebody else. They wouldn't be happy about that. So if you're asking me, are people not happy about that? Yeah, they know that some of that happened, but the majority of people were captured. They weren't sold. The majority of people that came to the Caribbean and Jamaica were captured by white people. They weren't sold. There was no. It wasn't just a trade. There was a capturing as well.
Right. So now this is it. If you in Ghana, I know if you check the landmark from the south to the north, it's a long distance.
Yeah.
Now,
Very long distance.
yeah, there's a man saying that the Ashantis captured our brethren from the north, took them all the way and walked them all the way to the south and sold them. Now, this is my question. So they are saying structurally and strongly, the Northerners are strong. They are very strong people. So how will a short people will go and capture a strong people and send them to Jamaica?
Well, I never said that happened, but hear what I'm saying.
I'm saying that this is a distortion. This is a distortion in Ghana.
No, listen to me. Brain is always going to control brawn. Brawn means strength. The man with the brain can control the man who is with the strength. The brain is superior to the muscles. You understand? So it's possible for somebody who is not as strong as a strong man to control him.
Right.
If you go to any club, you see the bodyguards, you see all the guys that surround the president. They're all tough guys, big, strong guys. They don't control it, but the president controls. But he has the brains, so it can be done.
Right. Tell me this: in your lifetime, when do you think slavery started in Africa?
In Africa, what kind of slavery? You have different type of slavery. You have chattel slavery, which is what the white and the Arabs did.
Yeah, let's say the one that took Jamaicans there.
That's chattel slavery. Yeah, that's chattel slavery. That's probably 16th century. chattel slavery.
Right.
It's different from the slavery. You know, under Emperor Haile Selassie, when he came to power, he outlawed slavery in Ethiopia. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Right. So there was slavery on the continent, but it wasn't chattel slavery. People were not chained and kept overnight like dogs or mules, and like they were in America and in the Caribbean, in Jamaica. It's a different type of slavery, but it's still slavery.
Right. So tell me this. So do you think when the people from Africa arrived in the land called Jamaica today, when is that?
I don't know. It would be 14. It has to be after Columbus landed here, right?
Yeah.
He landed in 1492. So it would be in 1500 sometime. Soon after he came.
Right.
They start bringing Africans here.
Right. So what do you think it was the last shipment to Jamaica, the last slavery shipment to Jamaica? Do you know?
That's a good question, because after slavery was abolished, people were still being. So I would say about 18 something, maybe 1850s, 1840s, maybe 30s. I don't know, something like that.
Right. So
about 300 years.
Okay.
Of taking people.
Right. So I'm gonna leave you right now, but let me ask this: when you come to Ghana in Africa, we call something instinct, a feeling. When you're in Africa, how do you feel where you see different people, different family, different tribe? How do you feel where you come from? You have a feeling about that?
What do you mean? What's that?
Like when you are in Africa, like you have a feel that, oh, this person might be my descendant. This people might be my descendant. When you come to Africa, do you have that feeling?
Absolutely. But they are. Listen, the people who left and the people who stayed are the same people. So they are my family. Whether I like it, whether people like it or not, you are the same family. When I come to Ghana, I see people who look just like my brother, just like my sister, like the man who lives up in Jamaica on the corner selling coconut. They look the same, identical.
Right.
You can't tell the difference. You can't tell any difference. Until they open their mouth and speak, you will never know the difference.
Right. All right. So, Mr. Shays Gills, I'm so appreciate your time. I thank you for giving your time to me. All right.
Okay, no problem.
Bless you, man. So, if anything bothers my mind, I'm gonna come to you again.
Yes. All right. No problem. We'll talk again.
All right. Bless you, man. Bless soldier. Bless it. So, I was there for right. Auntie, where your fair interview na me person me ye na me hwade. This is a man who always come to Ghana and live in Jamaica, born a Jamaican British and now in Kingston. So me perceive me ye fair judgment was near stressa wa musi behave. So until one say so will be for time say as Asantes for ne ton will be a now we can boldly now perceive oma enipa ehya say baby a wa build o brand ye do no ubenya problem wodamaya to the sense say a lot of Asantes for a follow page. And so people see history here. And so if you say the point is Salaga trade slave market and ya Asantes for sisi ho. Now Asantes for ya na nanom kura kodi akon e wo German. If you say na German for e decide nipa dwa no e wo German. Asante ne ko breaking it down. Asante ne din tokwa ko gu German kingdom a na wo moto ye nuanom e wo soro no e fa nyina Sarga market no wo de wo ba Asante ne ko destroy sa de ni nyina anu ntina ye bia ye ka se Asante anchi obi ani nu sa wo ya akoa da bi o chew say okono expand a wo se be ka me ho no do wo be ka ho o medi ni so me hye na se enti Asante man no obi ani obi oni otufo ni obi aso ye ka Asante man ye union a different from slavery broni de na wache wodi kwa no de nkonsonkonso agu nsa Asante nko ba bia nkoko ntokwa wakon wie no nipa no capture ye no wodi nkonsonkonso gu omsa da bi wose wo tena sei me nana we ni mo ntena mo nyina mo ka ho bi mo meka union no ho Asante man Odamaya, the respect any adwuma waya wo try say ye nuanom akoka akwantuo mu ebe return no mo ba ba bia friend Africa no enu ntina me no ko ni say but samo sha say ya Man hwa mo nwie ni ye. Because wunim say o man ni ye a serious area. The attorney say any pani develop or time. Eti wunya follower, you don't create this nonsense. Song yen create sadie no. Say Asante for na koto nordness no mdo omkoe. Why?
It was actually this is not cashew.
I thought it's cashew.
No, this is not cashew. This is like
This is Aki. And I think Ewes call it Akla.
even the northness. They said they make soup with this one.
Soup.
Yeah, the northness. They make soup with this one. And I think it makes sense because when you talk about, the transatlantic slavery, people think that the people that were taken to the Caribbean were mostly Asantes. No, it was actually the Asantes that were capturing people. So they were capturing people from the north of Ghana.
And on say Tibon Kosumu way nintino. Was I mentioning transatlantic slave trade? And which year NSIDC there was no Asante mine. On say was I born transatlantic slave trade. It took place on during the 13th to 14th century. And in fact, it was the Arabian invasion. When Arabians invaded Africa, slave trade, there was nowhere in us. Asante for. But because of diabolic intentions, on intellectual conversation, on healthy conversation, pure hatred, this guy, obedi sa agrowe, wadamaya, okay kako baby a untimi nyina. Okay kako because Saudi agronia de anu si ho that Asante for bebre follow, we can let them bring you down, period. Because untimi endi dia poto we na ni asase ntwemanso. Don't try this. And many wa obekon wa kwotwe wano assign to the sense say history now what can you wrong. Transatlantic slave trade it take place 14th century na Asante ni ho babia. The Asantes were nowhere to be found. So person wo tua Asante a ti Asante for entie broni eni Asante ne tamfo ni broni tamfo ni Asante ni yente da se mo ka se Asante fo asofo na abrofo kra be hye wo magyapade nyina eno de yente da mo mpese ne de mbete but yentena se it doesn't matter sika, it doesn't matter diamo. Yeah, I mean we can shut you down. Pay attention. Don't try this. What you say? Because mine no jina hono or yet ono see the same typical coffee I will not type ni bia. Just see the infantry or the demeanor as Asantenia in BB. And these are the people that almost hiding behind the young people and they brainwash them. But na me chira wade bi wa.
Other places
the
where
Salaga market.
Yeah.
So they cut.
And I think Ewes call it Akla.
Even the northness, they said they make soup with this one.
Soup.
Yeah, the northness. They make soup with this one. And I think it makes sense because when you talk about, the transatlantic slavery, people think that the people that were taken to the Caribbean were mostly Asantes. No, it was actually the Asantes that were capturing people. So they were capturing people from the north of Ghana.
Other places
the
where
Salaga market.
Yeah.
So they catch you from the Salaga side. They walk you down all the way to Cape Coast, where you take your last bath.
Wait, you walk all the way from the north.
I tell you,
Are you kidding me?
I tell you. So that is why
You are making it up. It's not true.
I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up.
many
If you go to the north,
yeah.
Okay.
Many of our African American brothers in the diaspora in the Caribbean, we shouldn't think they are.
Okay, so okay, I was here. Mamin call line is one na Asante de makase school for no most of a late no bit is a Kofi a no book on twetwe no wo de etan bia hye nkoda no mu ama nkoda na enyini ne no mpese wo de social media esa akofa Kofi a no type ni bi ba mamin comment ya ho na mene nana ageni mboaten mene ne ni nkomo na me musan nana jeni mabuati wada ma me wakwa baba the reason show so Washington DC
me this year me mamwache MIT fu aha omo mu tie mi Ghana chia tie fu nyina me mamubo no nyuma pa mo yebo awiase
nana yeso ya dase na wedi e me nkom sempa me ne matiefuo nyina sebe ye pani se di opa de akokotoko no ya ne nya na bro na obi nim so obi kire na wiaso so otamfo so kiru no o sawasa o tia ne pa ansa na me no be hyase no ye wa brantie bi ye frɛ ne Woda na brantie ye wona nam internet no so a otutu kwan kwa Africa ba bibre na woni opani bi sia opani so no efri Volta region na woni ne di nkomo no ena omo di nkomo bi na omo de asem na omo kakura no kyese minim de nti Asante kura bam de obeka ne se on video no se eya na manfo odwen se Jamaica fo no Asante fo ne ko ho ne mum enya sa ne mum ono no boldly o kyerem se Asante fo mum ne ko north ekọ cheche ye nuanom wo no omo koton omo de omo ko Jamaica na nei Woda ma sampani nsem wote ne se ya ye no yesusu e mo beka ne se na akere
me this year me dasi na machia watifu bim say yenua na o kan sa no onim nia o kan ebia onana bi na aka na ato ni tirimu na sebio ye kan bi sabi Salaga slave trade e wa Asante mem
dabi
e wa savannah enti se utimi e ka se obi ede ne ho de ne kuro na wabo nidwa na nidwa wabo no oton ne nipa na se oton na de hye no Asante hwe fi Salaga ansana obetra gonja obetra white water black water ansana obeba bedu sene ebeba ba bedu sechira keka ba bedu Asante man no na eye kwan tenten enti megiri se yenua no ebia obi na aka bibi na wati bi na ono nso kan ba enye sa na tie so ho na ade ba ko ne se ye ka Ghana eno ani Asante eno na ma Asante ho ye hi ye ka the history of Ghana, said the Portuguese, said the British, said the Europeans, ebe PA central region Elmina Edina ehonom kwa na Ghana bakosam no benya other tribe wo mu ba wo firi ho say pe say granty war Asante ya Santua war Asante ene ma Ghana din kwa echire Asante ene kufi bontugu la Côte d'Ivoire ebe edibegu osu empoano mu enti no yen nananom Asante de ye hu hi na yesi ni owo din so na yebo enti ni okasa no onim ni oka enkanya Asante aka brofo fa Ghana no mum Asante nananom ne gina honom ema ye gi Ghana esi ho to the sense say ye ka Ghana ahini a oyi Asante free mu nso a enye ye ye woni die maye nananom nyina na mum ye ka golden stool a Asante enewo nyame na di acha Asante enti ye nua na o kasa no onim ebia wonim say hwe just last week a whole medical doctor Sprinters Road Accra Nika ojina kwa ho peka o na me man lift den so opete enti nkomodidie mu ana me busa so free hin or so fi Volta and I'm sure can we be friends or swear from you na I'm say Asante but they told us that Voltarians Asantes you don't like them
whoa
yes
whoa
enti no through this no and me educating no and what the wrong doctrines are ye di amano ye ni Asante hine kwa anguna ekosi anguna hine Asante ni anguna kra de ye swai kon anguna so da
dabi
Asante ni anguna eni asem enti esi ni sen unim enti se de ye nua anguna ni kensa na obi aka akire no so and could you believe sa kweside etwa mu yi mama medical doctor ba ye yi aba abedi ade ama okọ ye no wakọ ni kroma kokas ensema ye ka fa Asante ho no enye saa na tie enti obi wo ho no mu a won se ote asem no ana eno ana se ode sene enti Asante anton nipa bia yeni enipadwa
na ayi wose kakra no wadamo wo kan no osabo di say transatlantic slave trade na no so broni ni kura no woto sa din no wokohwe so a na habre no kura na Asante kura so ni ho ne ye ni bibia frɛ na Asantefo fi say transatlantic slave trade shall see 13 to 1400 more yes you na pani sem kura cha Asante so no ka kura ka no bom 16 to 1700 more nti eye den no ka we dia so aye se we Asantefo mum na ton nipa wo Ghana yi
conscientize. Once say conscientize, is like a doctrine. So said the soft bit near Jinaho, a tufua na futu odumuno, na copy say Udi Bonia, Ube Sachra, Udi who cry me bar for the Amenya Mijuma, said the Iman, Ebe Jina Domenim Akasachro, now ye Bonibia, Ube Jai, no na touch him, a conscience. So it is doctrines no one really na amount wrong doctrines woni ye nyina so be wrong and ye say nuanom so wuti bibi fa Asante ho a wo de ebusa wo nuanom a wo santemem ya Ghana ha nko na Ghana ha Asantemem ha ubenya anwonani a oye MP ewa ha ubenya semuni oye MP ewa ha Ubenya other tribes are okra government way or political position ewa ha. Na ye misa se ubekwa ngona ko hu sa Asante ni ye even DC
omuntiase kura
ubeko srema ko hu se Asante ni ye MP wo ho
omuntiase
na so we nyina no eya na amanfo enwene nkonkan se tribe ye kaseti awo mu no wo mu ntisa enti no eye inferiority complex no they should put a stop to it. Sabi ni ochen no ochen ene ekun ni hobiem ye nyina ye nipa baako ya ware ye ho ya ware anworafo nso aware Asantefo enti no wo munyai sa primitive ideology no na omunya current knowledge about Ghana and Asanteman don't hate anyone. Ahankwa na obenya angona hene, ahankwa na obenya dagomba hene, ahankwa na obenya nzima hene, ahankwa na all the tribes in the country. Omu representatives omu leaders omu sum with peaceful atmosphere and environment. That you cannot get this in other regions. They should put a stop. Asante ain't time obia. Now, almost an animal sabo maka for more fast Asante hono. And no, Asante uya dien untiminya near tianity.
Na anyway, ade ba akoso ne say, I say Ghana no say assume say ombese chinchina yenkasa say Ghana no nyina abakosem sa say free 1957 say dia atade sha branti. I say yenkasa chinchina ye na Kwame Nkrumah na won na create Ghana history. Meanwhile yenim say bibie anima bebre na akoso during the 18th century, 17th century, 18th up to 19th century. Na ye Kwame na Kwame Nkrumah so omkra de 1900 anamboa. Enti aden na ase metie ba
na se osaje my prempe Nkrumah pa na chew se sa Asante te ne ho firi Ghana mu a enye yie na eni ne ya megidi senke yeti ye ho but
Matthias pa
so the Buckingham Palace no one movement near different from the whole government sector no sana nka Asante yeti ye pa ya chaw ne ye de yen eka Asante ho ye de Anglo Gold Asante Gold since 1842 ye de ahwe Ghana ama angunafo scholarship ama ye nuanum for scholarship till now. Church as here on record go to the Anglo Gold scholarship Kokobo scholarship na he say Asantefo dudu o saying din na wo ho angunafo ne ye nuanum Muslim for less privileged regions no wo mu na ye de ye de ye scholarships ye na nanom agapade ahwe wo mu bepem ne So and you know they should put a stop with that way no some no angry gold Asante. Yeah, say the Asante mine kwa enka sabi other regions no betri womo. Kwame Nkrumah who say ban minerals. A former good year Asante uyi fili mua enye ye. A ban cocoa samre number one world producing of cocoa no Ghana nyinano. They Asante. Echire na etre akọ wasa any enchemu so when I make say and you know nyamu ye no eye bi mu meka say they doesn't know the history. They should search for it.
Right. Nana Jenny Boate no. Na Jenny Boate we. Yenhwe. Nano President Mahama iba mention no. Minya ntia say uno kochia ma president Kofi Boache say won tia say ma onchia no. Ba just asem no send the city e.
Me de share me da say Obia nim say Omampanyi Dada Mahama minyano no prekope. And I still respect him as a president of the land. And I still pray for him say he should be successful. Nana memwo no intimi enkoyi if he say amemwo ni koyi me ebi bekami as a Ghanaian. I refuse to support him. Many nananti ebeye fie ngoche. So my santi se mu hiame. Kopim se stand up be mu omu sha se womu ye ni me bi tia asante a omu nka. Now I've been vindicated. What the ministerial appointment a waba.
Ene da ho no.
Asante for do say ne wum.
Ene da ho no say mi eni pekra na yate.
And board appointment a wama. Asante for do say ne wum.
Ene da ho no.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
So, yensha voter unya na santimem. Yenhwe ni unya voter. Yenhwe ni unya central. Yenhwe ni unya north, pin, upper east, upper west, and savannah. Then let's look at the appointment or the money and crofono from the other regions. Any asantimai. Also, Broni said he who much is given, much is highly expected from the same fellow. But what I say?
Yeah.
And you know, these are some of the things I may train me who free home. But I don't have any problem with John Dramani Mahama. But what I say? And you know, Waba, your inauguration, state protocol invited me as a leader of a political party. Me call me Kochiano. And we are Kwasideno. Or Hene Bakwa be to me Bonidi, as Unyaba na un Kochiano. And I see, oh, there be me Kochiano, and yeah. Almost sure one Kochiana or be begging so no wasem. And me Kosa me Kochiana. Sena Kofi Boachi so slow me Semeku Mahama.
Wow, sure.
Na ya ne John Mahama 19 film or Chenu Kofi Boachi. Where were you?
No way, you hear the moon.
Where were you?
You hear the moon.
So, and she said, Nimu Adi, a sabi, O found Quasia for a chow wishia, O Bayan Quasia Penny. Because she tension as I deal with Akreti. Sabi, me Tiano Namakwa DNA de Beba. Obema mi go do a days in so. What do I gain and what do I lose? It's a matter of respect. Na me kwa Kochiano so one support Mahama or some Mahama and pass and for something
and that is not maturity in politics at all, because when you're winning president here, OBS and what the tone now you are father of all. So I mean,
I asked them, say, is Mahama president for NDC or he's a president of Ghana?
This is sad. And
or
this is
NDC for president, and I say, or your Ghana for president.
Or your president for Ghana.
I thought campaign era is over. Nemum aka good governance yatuaba. Ni otuma wo, ni want to amawo, we Ghana president. Because baby I want dreaming my who they can be.
Yeah.
And a word do no. And to the true baby, one more translation. Now, there back one manager and he say, on my peggy mamma, and so Mumanimra, Miniano, Mumanimra.
Oh.
And now, go free watch David and pray. To the stand, say, I mean, January, he came to him, Nana. We know you're a gentleman. Don't let these stupid people create any tension. And I realize, say, me no. me na me wa Asante memu na wa ba
Ono
be to me.
yeah.
Me na me so menhia no wa be to me. Me mpese be na me so ama di boni bia ba. Ehwa na me jaye, me twi me ho a me kokra no. They were calling me to come back. But I don't want to create any unnecessary
tensions.
And you know, look, my advice to the Security Council is say, be we ya again guase bebre penny na. Any kwasa we because one day penny na Kofi Buachi, wo de ya hwe kran po anka wo se wo sori a wusu because the whole commissioner of police retired. Position the man when they say director of operation at the presidency. President in two kwanya wuni bibia you. O two kwanya una who arranging a cast. Chief of staff or into wuni office papa bia
transport liaison pa
absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
So only I make no. And you know, Kofi Buachi must be ashamed of himself. Say, all behave this way. Say, obi pre bibi and kesi ni opa de abakotoko no.
Yenya na bro.